Alright, pal. Well, as you know, Bradford City finished 24th in the league last season and we finished bottom of the league. Absolutely abysmal season. Thank you, Edin Wright, for ruining our club. Just destroyed it totally from top to bottom. It didn't start well when we had Michael Collins in charge to start the season off in the beginning. Then we got David Hopkin in. He couldn't take the pressure. Now we've got Gary Boyer in. I'm going to give some player ratings for the season. Out of 10, 10 being excellent, 0 being absolutely shite. So we're going to start with the goalkeeper, Richard O'Donnell. Absolutely rubbish. We got him from Northampton at the beginning of the season. They got relegated the season before, so we decided to sign him. He's made quite a lot of mistakes this season. Not a right good shot stopper. Not a good. He hasn't got good distribution to pass the ball to other players when they're near the box. Even he's cost us quite a few goals and points this season. So out of 10, Richard O'Donnell scores a 3. Joe Riley, defender, signed him from Manchester United. Big prospects. Can't really give him such a rating at the moment because he only did play 5 games, I think, during the season. 4 or 5 games. He didn't play many. Youngster. Hopefully, he might get more game time next season in League Two. So, for that reason, he's getting a 4. Adam Chickson. Adam Chickson, thank you, Bradford City, for releasing your recently released squad. Adam Chickson will never play for Bradford City again, hopefully. But he won't be playing next season because he's been released. Thank God for that. Out of 10, Adam Chickson scores a 1 out of 10, and that's being kind. He's absolutely shite. He can't tackle. He lets men go past him. He's just got no talent whatsoever. And when he first came, many City fans thought he was going to be as good as James Meredith. He's not even worth 10% of James Meredith's footballing ability. He is absolutely shite. I'm so glad that I don't have to see him again. He gets sent off for silly decisions. And the best thing is when he does get sent off, it's like we're playing with 12, with 11. You know, we play better. So, thank you, Adam Chickson, for all your contributions, which was absolutely fuck all. Good riddance. Now, I'm going to talk about one of the other defenders that we got on loan at the back end of the season. David Hopkin brought in Powdy O'Connor. Powdy O'Connor started off quite rubbish to start with. He ended the season as a club captain, and he actually played really well towards the back end under Gary Boyer, our new manager. Powdy O'Connor, if we could get him back on loan next season, which I doubt very much, because Leeds will send him to League One club if they don't go up. Oh, wait a minute, they didn't go up, did they? Fuck you, Leeds. That's the only good thing about this season. Huddersfield and Leeds. Huddersfield getting spanked every week, and Leeds messing up against Villa. No, against Derby, sorry. Quite good, but we can't concentrate on them clubs. We've got to concentrate on our shit club. But yeah, Powdy O'Connor scores a 8.5 out of 10 for me, because he started off quite rubbish, but yeah, he became as captain, and that is quite embarrassing that we have got a Leeds United player who is on loan as our club captain. And he took that captaincy off Anthony O'Connor, who we got from Aberdeen. Anthony O'Connor's got a bad attitude for any club. Aberdeen fans were glad to get rid of him. I'd be glad to get rid of him, but yeah, he's looks like he's going to be staying for another season. He can't have been released because he had more than a 1-season contract. He's just, I don't know about O'Connor. I don't know how to explain him. He's just a dick in general. He's got no footballing ability. He lets his head get. You know, it's just I can't explain it. But yeah, Anthony O'Connor gets a 3 out of 10 for me. He played alongside Percival, so that could have been quite bad for him, I suppose. But Anthony O'Connor, yeah, he can head a ball. That's it, and he's not that good at that. Sean Scannell didn't play many games this season for us. He's been injured for the main part of the season. He did start off quite well. The only thing with Scannell is he can't pass a pig in a passage. So he's I think he could be a good asset next season in League Two. But because he hasn't played that many games, you can't really tell. He finished off, he played like 3 or 4 last games of the season, did okay. So for that reason, Sean Scannell scores a 6 out of 10. You'll notice that these ratings are quite poor because Bradford City have been poor this season. Owen Doyle now. Right, Owen Doyle is a good player if he's partnered with the right player. In League Two, if we get a big striker, like a James Anson type of player, Owen Doyle will score goals. Yeah, he scored 11 goals this season in the shite team, which isn't bad, I suppose. But for him to be our top scorer with 11 goals is the reason why we've been relegated. Owen Doyle scores quite a few penalties, more than he does outside of the outside the box or inside the box or heads the ball. But Owen Doyle scores a 7 out of 10 for me this season. He played okay, but the thing is, we've got to provide the ball to him, and with the midfield we've had, that's not happened this season. But if we have a decent striker next to him, we could have like that James Anson and Naki Wells role that we had when we got promoted in League Two the last time we was in that shite division. Jack Payne started off as best player this season. He was really enthusiastic, got stuck in. Teams would often come to Valley Parade and put 2 men on him because they knew that he was our playmaker. That was before December. He got his extension on loan from Huddersfield, extended from January to the end of the season, and ever since then he's been poor. Jack Payne is a good player for League One. He is, but I think with the team being so rubbish last season that he actually thought, why should I even try if half these aren't? So fair play to him. Even though he's a dog botherer, Jack Payne would score a 7 out of 10 as well for me. George Miller, on loan from Middlesbrough at the beginning of the season. Barnsley decided to buy him for, I think it was £1 million. I do not know why, but George Miller is a young lad. He played against us last season when Bury were in the league. I think he scored against us as well when Anson were there. But he's played for us this season. He's got enthusiasm. He's got enthusiasm, but he's not got a football talent. I know he scored against us last season, but everyone scores against Bradford City. George Miller will score a 5 out of 10. He's, like I say, he's got the enthusiasm to play, but he's just not good enough. And I don't know why Barnsley have bought him for Championship, because he won't be playing there. Ben Wilson, the goalkeeper that we got from Cardiff, he only played 4 or 5 games. I don't know. I don't know too much. From what I did see of him, he didn't do bad. He's better than other goalkeeper anyway. But we have, I think we've released him. I would have scored him 5 out of 10. Can't really score him out of with 4 games, really, can you? So Kelvin Miller, who we got from Blackpool. I'd drive the fucker back there if I could, because he's absolutely rubbish. The only thing he did last season that was any good was score a goal against Peterborough in the FA Cup. It was a good goal, but Kelvin Miller is not a good footballer whatsoever. His defending skills are rubbish. His distribution, knowledge of the football in game, rubbish. I would get rid, but we've got him for another season. In League Two, you never know what could happen, but hopefully he'll do well, but can't see it. Jacob Butterfield, we got him on loan from Derby. Championship quality, apparently. He won't get in a decent League One team, or he won't get in a League One team. He'd be a good League Two player, but he was on loan for the back end of the season. I think we're just trying everyone at the back end of the season just to get us out of that mess. But Jacob Butterfield would score a 5 out of 10. By the way, Calvin Miller would have scored a 2 out of 10. He's shite. Billy Clark. Let's go to Billy Clark. He came back on loan from Charlton. Billy Clark has lost his ability to play football for me. He's too slow, doesn't look interested. Sean said to me the other day that in League Two he may be a decent player. I don't think he would be. I don't think he would be in League Two. I don't think he'd be a decent footballer anywhere now. I think it's time that he retired. Just from the game or just going to non-league. Who else is there? There is Jermaine Anderson. We got him from Peterborough, I think. We've offered him a contract. I don't know why. He's not right cracking either. Both him and Billy Clark both score a 5 out of 10 for me. Hope Apcan, or Akpan, whatever his fucking name is, he is absolutely useless. I don't even know how he's a professional footballer. He came from Burton, but again, we've got him for another season. In League Two, maybe different, but I just can't see it. Hopefully, he'll do okay. I want all this remaining players to do well for us, but they're just not talented enough. There's not much difference between League Two and League One for me. The top end of League Two is probably stronger than the bottom half of League One. Who else is there? So Akpan would score a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 because he came with such good prospects and he has been shite. Nat Knight Percival. Let's get on to him. He's been released. Thank God for that. Out of 10, he would score -15. He is the worst defender I've seen for a very, very long time at Valley Parade. Even though there's Chickson as well, they're both on par with each other. But in reality, realistically, 2 out of 10 for Knight Percival. He's been a good servant to the club. When he was with McArdle, he was okay. But because he'd been up with useless bastard in O'Connor as well, Anthony O'Connor, he's just lost it, I'm afraid. So, again, Percival scores 2 out of 10. Connor Wood. Scoring just a 3 out of 10 in general. Luca Colville. I know I didn't say much about Connor Wood, but I just didn't want to be honest with you. Luca Colville, I'm really glad we've offered him a contract because at the end of the day, he didn't get much game time last season. Scored an absolute worldie against Macclesfield. Whenever he played, he seemed to score goals, but then for some reason, we just didn't play him. So Luca Colville, I'm glad we've given him another contract for next season in League Two. Will score, from the games that I've seen him, 6 out of 10. Paul Caddis, got him from, I think it was Birmingham. We have released Paul Caddis. I think that's a good decision. Paul Caddis did have a good season for us at the start when we signed him, but he's, no disrespect, but he's too old for League Two. The quick players in that league, they do like to play hoofball. He's quite small, and I think the right decision was to release Paul Caddis. I wish him the best of luck wherever he goes because he did play for the badge. So Paul Caddis would score a 7.5 out of 10 for me. Lewis O'Brien, we got on loan from Huddersfield Town. Young lad in midfield. he was the only player that played for the badge on the shirt every game. For me personally, was the player of the year for me. I think he played some good football, scored some good goals, created so much opportunities. Lewis O'Brien has gone back to Huddersfield Town. Hopefully we could try and get him back on loan, but with Town going down, they'll probably loan him out to another League One club just to give him some more match experience. But Lewis O'Brien, I would give a 9 out of 10 for last season. Only player that played every game, tried his best, and is probably the most influential player. So yeah, I'll take that off of Powdy O'Connor and give it to Lewis O'Brien for our best player of the season. David Ball. Now, he's just been released from Rotherham. We got him on loan from Rotherham. Now, I'd take him in League Two. I think he'll score a lot of goals for us for any League Two club if he's played in the right position. We played him in the right wing at the beginning when he started with us, and like, well, this guy's shite. No, he's not shite. It's just the fact that he's being played in his wrong position. When David Ball is up front, he will score goals. They did it for Rotherham when they were in League 2 and League 1. David Ball scores a 7 out of 10, but I would like to have him back. Josh Wright is the last player I'm going to rate 0. We got him from Southend, so much prospect, made him club captain at the beginning of the season, and he is just utter shite. He's just... This is why we've got relegated with players like Akpan, Wright, Chickson, so many players that have just not been good enough, I'm afraid. And next season, bring on Crewe, Grimsby. Oh God, there's some beautiful games, isn't there? Leyton Orient, Salford, Colchester, Swindon, all exciting games to go to next season. Now, with Bradford City, they've just signed Ben Richards from Accrington Stanley. He was offered a new deal at Accrington, but we've taken him on. 6'5" defender, centre defender, easily replacing Nat Knight Percival. Good decision by the club. I think that could be a good signing for us. He was in the Accrington team that walked League 2 last time. They were in League 2. So therefore, yeah, I'm quite happy with that signing at the moment. Now, when we started with Collins as manager, wasn't a really good decision to make because no experience, and they expected us to be up there in pre-season. It was one of the favourites, and no, it were unfair on Collins. He was a scapegoat. Brought David Hopkin in, who thought he was a football genius, and he decided he could not work with the club anymore and left. He's now in charge of Greenock Morton in Scotland, or I think he is anyway. Don't give a shit. And then we got Gary Boy in. So Gary Boy is our new manager in League 2 for next season. A few transfer rumours. Colin Doyle was supposed to be coming back, but Doyle has played down the role of coming back. So I don't think the £1 fish will be back there next season. There's also rumours about Tony McMahon coming back to Bradford City. Please don't let that happen. This season, in the Champions League final, is Liverpool versus Tottenham. Europa League is Arsenal versus Chelsea. So football is coming home. And I'd just like to wish the best to Tottenham and Arsenal, because it'd be a good North London derby in the UEFA Super Cup. But less of them teams, because they are plastic clubs, aren't they? Don't go watch them like we do. So every game next season, home and away, myself and Wayne will be there, and we will be vlogging every game. So if you've watched it to the end of this video, cheers, but I'm absolutely roasting now and I'm off for a cig. So, see you next season.